Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with my next 5 reads video, along with a little kind of weekly reading update, life update. Wasn't going to film video today. No intention. Which is why I'm wearing this hat, because I'm having a very bad hair day. But when you personally get called out by Steve Donahue, you need to sit down and film a video. So here I am. So yeah, this is my swag from the concert. I got myself a hat. Was it overpriced and expensive? Yes. Do I regret purchasing it? No. I'm very, very happy with it. Hardy, of course, it's who I saw in concert on Thursday. It was an amazing show. I'm still recovering, if you will. For someone who's usually in bed by like 9:30 at night, when I didn't walk in the door till 1 in the morning, it was a long night. Thankfully, I had Friday off, which was yesterday. Today is Saturday that I'm filming this. And my plan was just to relax all day Friday, but then it turns out last minute, sort of, earlier in the week, I found out that I had to actually go downtown for a doctor's appointment. So I had to be at the hospital at 10 a.m., which means I had to leave my house around like 8:30. So, you know, getting to bed not until after 1 in the morning was difficult to get up the next day. But regardless, I had an amazing time. For anyone who is into country rock music and who is a fan of Hardy, if you get the chance to see him in concert, I highly recommend it. You can just see how much fun he's having on stage. Like, he was laughing and joking, and it was fantastic. So yeah, really, really happy with that. So that's kind of the big thing. Work had been busy because I was off Friday. And then I'm actually also off Monday and Tuesday this week, which is exciting, like coming. So I wanted to get everything cleaned up, make sure I didn't have anything outstanding. You know what it's like before you go on vacation from your job, like you got to make sure you do all the things, right? So yeah, so that has been life stuff, but really that's been about it. Still a lot. I did finish a book this week. I'm very pleased because this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. So I finished reading Silenced Witness by Katie Richards, which is her newest book. I think it's book 9 in the West Investigation series. So again, book 9, you do not need to read these in order. Sometimes you see some of the same characters from a previous book pop up. It's really not that big a deal. So this one is about a woman by the name of Alexa. Sorry for anyone whose device went off on that one. And our male lead's name is TJ. That is short for something else. What is it short for? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Thaddeus Jeremiah. So the two of them, what happened is that her brother had died, and the police believed it was a suicide. She was almost certain that he was murdered. He was working for some military cybersecurity company or something like that, and he was supposedly stole some a program they were working on of some kind. So, the police believed that he killed himself when he was caught. And his sister did not at all believe that he did this. So she hires TJ, who is a private investigator, to help her figure it out. The thing is with TJ, though, is while he is a private investigator for West Investigations, he really doesn't delve into stuff like that. He's typically like cheating husbands and, blue-collar crimes and stuff like that. Nothing of this magnitude. But anyway, the book itself was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I did read it in this format, which is their new, slightly larger book size, this Mass Market Max. I'm not a fan of the size in terms of it being on my shelf with the rest of my books, because it doesn't fit with the rest of my mass market paperback Harlequins, which have been, roughly the same size since approximately, the dawn of time. So that's the reason why I do not like them. However, I felt that it read faster. I think because the pages are slightly bigger, and so it feels like the book itself was actually shorter. Does that make sense? I kind of liked it in terms of the reading experience. But in terms of the experience of it being on my shelves, not so much. So this was actually sent to me by Katie Richards. So thank you, Katie Richards, for sending this to me. This is one of the 75th anniversary. So it is documented. I'm glad I do have a couple of these now on my shelf for the 75th anniversary. So it was 1949, which was the year that Harlequin started, because 75 years ago, it was also the year my dad was born. So he would have been 75 this year. So that's how I remember how old Harlequin is. But yeah, so Katie sent me this in the mail. Thank you so much. She also sent me book 10. So this comes out in July. So you can get it right now on the Harlequin website if you want to order it as a paperback, or you can get it as an ebook for the Gloss app. And then she also sent me book 10, which comes out in August. So I'm very excited about this one. Lakeside Secrets, again, by Katie Richards. Look how, you know what? At first I wasn't too sure about these new covers either, but now they're kind of growing on me and I don't hate them. But also this one has the 75th anniversary and they are still numbered and all that stuff, which makes me happy. But yeah, I you know, again, I'm mad because they don't go with everything else on my shelf. But in terms of the reading experience, I do quite like them. So that's my little mini review in terms of this new Harlequin size of book. Oh, and by the way, I gave Silenced Witness, I gave it 4.5 stars. It was really, really good. So definitely check it out. What else have I been doing? That's about it. I have been doing a little bit of knitting. Oh, so today, this could be a longer video. Garrett and I had to go up and pick something up. And while we were out, we were up north, about 45 minutes north of where we live. And Garrett made a comment because we were talking about like, oh, what are we going to do today? There's not much going on. And he's like, there's a fiber festival in Fenland Falls, which is about another hour north of where we were. So almost 2 hours outside of the city. And I used to go up there all the time. In the summertime, it's a beautiful little small community in the Kawartha Lakes area of Ontario. So I'm like, okay, well, it was only like less than an hour from where we currently were. So I'm like, okay, that'll be fun. So of course we go. And of course, because Fiber Festival, knitting, yarn, I bought yarn. So I thought I'd show you guys what I bought. It's in this indigo bag only because that's kind of what I had on hand to put the yarn in. So I seem to be in a green phase lately, if you couldn't tell from like just, you know. So these are all independently dyed, and I will leave link below to the shops if I can find them. I know this one is on Etsy, and this is called Many Hues. And look at the cute little bee. That's her little, but she dyes these. These are all hand dyed in small batches. This one is called Daffodil. Isn't that pretty? It's going to knit up so nice. So this is sock yarn. So these are going to be socks. Pretty much all I knit now is socks because they're fun and mindless and I love wearing them. So I got that one. Let me put that over there. And then I also got this one from a company called Ginger Snap. And I think they're actually out of Alberta. And this is called Serpent's Garden Sock Set, excuse me. So basically what you get here is you get 2 skeins of yarn. So you get the regular size, the regular yarn for your socks. And then this little mini you can use for like your cuff or your heel or your toe or whatever you want. So you can have kind of like a contrasting color for which I really, really like. So yeah, I thought this was super, super pretty. So that's the one that I got. I think it might have been an exclusive for the festival or something. So anyway, it was the Kawartha Fiber Festival. It was only on today and it was in like a community center arena. Like it was on the ice rink. Like there was no ice on the ice rink, but it was on the ice rink. So that was very cool. And I had a lot of fun. Garrett actually got some yarn too, which was nice. Anyway, into the purpose of this video, my next 5 books. So firstly, I seem to be in a mood for domestic thrillers because I've got 3 of them. And then I have a romantic suspense and a romance. So the first one that I'm currently reading, I just started this one last night, is The 5-Year Lie by Serena Bowen. I actually bought this at Chapters Indigo, and the other book I have as well, I just bought at Chapters Indigo. I thought, why not? Now, I've read Serena Bowen before. I read her hockey series, the Brooklyn Bruisers? Rookie Move, I think, was the first book. So it was a hockey romance series, and I did read it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. She writes on the much spicier side of romance, and this is her first domestic thriller. So yeah, it's she thought it was love, and then he vanished. So basically, I don't want to say too much about this one, is that she was with a guy, and then he disappeared, and then she found out he died. And that was 5 years earlier. And now one day she's sitting there and she gets a text message from him saying, I need to see you, blah, 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 blah. Meet me here. And she shows up and he's not there, of course, because he's dead, assuming. So now she's like trying to find out who sent that message. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm only just a little bit of the ways through. I actually also borrowed this on audio from Everand, and I am going to be listening to it while I do some knitting this afternoon. So that is kind of my game plan. The next one is the next new book. Now, not necessarily in this order am I reading them, but is another one that I just bought from Chapters Indigo. I got the 2 of them. And this is called One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. So this is her newest one now. I had read years ago, was it No One Is Watching was her first thriller? She, again, is a romance writer. She writes historical and contemporary romances. She wrote An Extraordinary Union, and she also wrote the Princess series. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like a modern day royal series or something like that. But yeah, this is another thriller, and I did enjoy her first thriller, so that's why I wanted to pick this one up. And I kept seeing it at Walmart. It was like 20% off. And then I renewed my membership for the Chapters Plum Card, or the Indigo Plum Card, whatever it's called. And because I renewed, I got 4,500 points, which is $10 off. So I bought this book, I bought the other book, and I bought a third book that I'm waiting for. And I got all 3 of them for $40. So that's not bad at all. But yeah, again, I have no idea what this is about. Best-selling author of When No One Is Watching is the first book. Comes a riveting thriller about the new caretaker of a historic estate who finds herself trapped on an island with a murderer and the ghosts of her past. So yeah, it's Alyssa Cole. I bought it basically because it's an Alyssa Cole book and I wanted to read it. So that one's coming next. The next one is a book I bought a few weeks back, maybe even a few months back, and I haven't gotten to yet. And I'm looking forward to this one very much. Got this one, I think, at Walmart. And that's 27 Minutes by Ashley Tate. So this one, basically all I know about this is that there was a car accident and this boy's sister dies. But it took him 27 minutes from the time of the accident to him calling the police. So it's kind of like what happened in those 27 minutes. So again, I'm intrigued. I don't know any more about it other than that. Sounds really good. Now we get into the romance book, and this is one I definitely bought a few months ago. I have a bookmark in here. Oh, I do. Oh, it's a plum bookmark. They gave it to me. I bought this one at Chapters, and it just sounded really good. I am, like I mentioned in a video recently, I am really back into music again and listening to a lot of music and stuff like that. And this one really intrigued me. And this is The Breakup Tour by Emily Wilberly and Austin Sigmund Boca. And it says, a rising star musician has a second chance at love with an old flame she remembers all too well in this swoony romance. So I'm thinking like Taylor Swift vibes from this one. So we shall see, especially with the phrase all too well. Very well-known Taylor Swift song. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Not terribly long. I've never read this author or these authors before. So I am very, very intrigued. And last but not least, we have an ebook. And for those of you who saw my last video, I talked about the Colton read-along for the summer. So I will be reading next, at some point, book number 1, which is Colton by Marriage, which is the first book in the Coltons of Montana series. So yeah, I have no idea what this is about. It's a Colton book. I'm intrigued. I can't wait to read it. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Steve, there you go. You are welcome. I will come back and probably do another video soon. Maybe a reading update at some point. Let me know, is there anything that you guys would like to see? I think part of what it is right now is that I'm a little bit like, I don't know exactly what you guys want to see, what I want to film. So do let me know what you guys would be interested in seeing. If you want me to do like a discussion video or something like that, do let me know. And oh, I know next week will be an announcement for a read-a-thon that is going to be happening in July that I'm co-hosting. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, but anyway, anything else you guys want to see, do let me know. And I promise to be a little bit better dressed for my next video. But I do love my new hat. I do like hats. I've always liked hats. It's just when you have hair as short as mine, it does tend to look like you're bald when you're wearing a hat. But I assure you I am not. Yeah, so there we go. I'll be one of those guys. Can I tell you? Okay, so the amount of mullets that I saw at the concert, I said to my husband, we could have had a drinking game. If you're into country music, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. I'm rambling at this point. I will talk to all of you lovely people later. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.